behind it. Very strange.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me just get it set up. Matt, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. Tell me, what did you do on this film?
So I was the director of photography
Yes.
on Disconnect Me, and what that basically means is I was responsible for the visual look of the film. So I operated the cameras and was responsible for framing, the shots, the
Yes.
interviews, planning how we would, cover certain sections of the film, and the overall just look and feel of the film visually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard there was a lot of footage to get through. Is this right? Yes.
So being a documentary,
Yeah.
there are hours upon
Yeah.
hours of footage, like hundreds and hundreds of hours. Because in a documentary, you want to capture as much as possible so that you capture the gold, so to speak. Because if the moment those cameras stop rolling and something is said or something happens and you miss it, that moment's gone forever. You can't recreate it. You can, but then it's no longer a documentary.
That's
That's
right.
where you start to get into film territory with recreations and acting. We wanted to capture as much authenticity
Yes.
with Disconnect Me as possible so that it felt real. And I think audiences will feel that in the movie.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing with you.
Yeah,
I
that's
just want
right.
I want to get that gold out of you. Now tell me, what was it like working with Alex?
Working with Alex was fantastic.
yeah.
Alex really seeks a collaborator out of a director of photography. And with me, that was very much the case from the first day we started filming. It was very, valued my opinion, wanted to, seek out my opinion on, not just the visual look of the film, but also, the storytelling, how we'd play certain sequences out, and turning, elements that he'd, kind of potentially, envisioned in his own head of how things would look or how things would go,
Yeah.
and then being able to adapt and improvise, and it was just a really pleasant, open, collaborative experience, and that's what I always look for in a director as well, is having that really open collaboration and being able to bounce ideas off each other, and we're just excited about making a great film at the end of the day. And some of the moments, where Alex and I and Martin, the sound recordist, were the only three people witnessing something happening, and we would just turn to look at each other and be blown away that something was said or something had happened, and we just managed to capture the magic as it happened.
That's amazing. And it sounds like a fun, creative process. And like you work well as a team as well by the sounds of it.
Absolutely, yeah. As I said, from day dot, we got along so well,
Yeah.
like we were old friends. And this
Yeah.
was actually our first collaboration and project together.
Yeah.
So for us, it was very much a case of, in the early days of pre-production, finding our feet and getting a sense of how we worked and what we liked, what we disliked, and what we, wanted to achieve together.
Yes.
And there was a very clear kind of outset, we wanted to capture as much authenticity as possible, to never stop the cameras rolling, to just keep, pointing the camera, following the action, and making sure we just got everything we could.
Yeah.
And that's, something Alex values as a
Yeah.
filmmaker and a director, is that authenticity.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You do that too, don't you, Alex? Now, I know technology is a big part of what you do,
Yes.
but from this process
Yes.
with Alex, you must have learned a lot of things about yourself from what you've done. What are the key things that you learned?
That is an amazing question,
Yeah.
because I often say that to everyone that asks me what filming was like for
Yeah.
Disconnect Me, and I say it was like a black mirror for me. I had my own relationship with my own
Yeah.
technology
Yes.
reflected. It made me really force and reflect, and I had a child just after we started production, and it was my first child. So for me, it really kind of made me look at how I wanted to use technology, to be more present, to not use my phone as much, not to be on social media as much. But it is quite tricky, because as part of my work, it's how I stay in touch with clients and with, Alex, with directors like Alex. And so it was a tricky process, but a really, I think, a really important one.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what people go through after watching the film, is looking at their own relationship with technology and how they can maybe balance their life and the technology in a more healthier way, so that, because I think that they play a really important role in our lives.
Yes.
That can't be, you can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And we are so dependent on them.
Yes.
But also we can better manage and balance our lives and our use of technology in a healthier way.
Absolutely. The key word is balance, and it's really recognizing when technology and the way we use it becomes addictive and unhealthy for us,
Yes.
and learning how to curb that. So disciplining ourselves, and also to teach our younger generation by doing the right thing, and they will learn from what we do as well, isn't
That's
it?
right, that's right. And I think that's why this film is so important.
Yeah.
For me, being involved with the making of
Yeah.
it, and also, having watched it,
Yeah.
and now we're going to watch it on the biggest screen I've seen it on so far.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I hope people get out of watching it, is it starts a conversation. It gets people thinking about their own relationship with their own technology and with social media, and hopefully inspires people to just get out and live, and get away from the technology, not be so dependent on it. And that's what I hope people get out of this
That's
film.
a great message, that's right. And so let's live, let's not forget that there's a life out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to, right?
That's
But
right.
at the same time, there is a life out there to live, and I think we should all get out there and live it as much as we can.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Matt.
My pleasure.
I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks, darling.
No.